Hey, what's up, Bears fans? It's Aaron, the Bearded Bears fan, back with another video. I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We watched the Bears defeat the Lions with Chase Daniel at quarterback. We saw the offense. I mean, it was all right. You know, Chase Daniel didn't make mistakes. He didn't turn the ball over, which helped us out. And Eddie Jackson took back an incredible pick six. And he might be the best safety we've had since Mike Brown, easy. The defense looks awesome, and it's one of the best defenses in the league, and I think that will continue on into the season. If you guys watch Thursday Night Football, the Dallas Cowboys have a good defense and showed you what a good defense can do for you. They shut down Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints in a 13-10 win, which I honestly didn't see happening, but made me more confident in our Chicago Bears because our defense is better than theirs, and the Saints, I thought, were the best, if not one of the best, if not the best team in the NFL. So a good defense can get you there, and a competent offense can finish the game as well, which I think we have both of those things. So things are looking good. We're only one. If you guys are following the playoff hunt, we're one game back from the Saints now because they've lost two, and we're close to getting home field advantage. This weekend, we go to New York to play the Giants. A couple, obviously, the obvious things to watch out for this game is Saquon Barkley and Odell Beckham Jr. And I believe I heard that Evan Ingram is questionable, and I don't know if he's going to play or not. So you'd have Rhett Ellison at tight end for the Giants, and you've got Sterling Shepard in the slot, which I think Bryce Callahan is going to clamp him down, and I wouldn't be too worried about him. To review, I just kind of did a short review of the Thanksgiving game. We had 10 days off, so our defense is rested and should be good to go. I think that was an issue on Thanksgiving with LeGarrette Blount running for a couple of touchdowns on us, was that they had just played 84 hours prior, and those guys were just tired. You know, they did enough to get the job done, which I'm proud of as a Bears fan, and I'm hoping. I know that will continue. Like I said, 10 days of rest going into New York. We're 4-point favorites over the New York Giants. Chase Daniel will be starting again at quarterback. Hopefully Trubisky can make it back for the big Sunday night showdown against the Los Angeles Rams next week in Chicago. But I think Chase Daniel can do enough to get the job done this weekend against the New York Giants, who are kind of falling apart. They had the win against the Eagles and blew it. Ended up losing by 3. So this isn't a gimme game. It'll probably be a close one. I think a 4-point spread is about right. My guess is it's about 27-21, 27-24 in that area. And I see our Chicago Bears coming out on top again. Their linebackers struggle in coverage, so maybe we'll see some Trey Burton this week and get Tariq Cohen going a little bit. I think there's not a whole lot to go over in this game. I don't see it being an issue for our Chicago Bears to go up into New York and get the win. Like I said, Odell Beckham, you're going to have Kyle Fuller on him, and you'll probably have Eddie Jackson over the top on him to make sure he's covered deep. Sterling Shepard, you'll have Bryce Callahan shutting him down. I'm not scared of Rhett Ellison. We've got Roquan Smith, who's one of the fastest linebackers in the NFL, and he can cover well. A big thing about the Giants is they've given up, I believe it's the most sacks in the NFL, or right up there with the most sacks in the NFL. They just can't protect Eli, and Eli is not athletic enough to do what Trubisky does and get himself out of trouble. So I think our defense is really going to eat this week. shut down Saquon Barkley and try to force Eli to beat us, and I don't see it happening, to be honest. I think Khalil Mack has a big game. I think Leonard Floyd might get another sack this week. I'd like to see Roy Robertson Harris get some more play. Not much to go over here, guys. I think Bears win. The more I think about it, it might not be a close game. I mean, you worry about Chase Daniel, but he knows the offense even better than Trubisky, to be honest, because he's been with Matt Nagy for so long. So I think he'll be able to move the ball. We should be able to run against them. They lost Snacks Harrison, so that was their big run stuff and defensive tackle. On defensive end, they've got Olivier Vernon, who's good, but he hasn't done much this year. So I think Charles Leno can hold his own against him. Charles Leno's not a great left tackle. I mean, he's good. He's damn good. But I don't put him in that elite tier of left tackles, but he does his job, and he's very technically sound. Excuse me. So, yeah, this is going to be a really short video because I don't know much to go over. Long as we take care of business, we'll leave there 9-3, and then head into Sunday night with the LA Rams. That's going to be a big game next week. I hate getting ahead of myself, but I'm sure the team's not looking ahead either. I mean, Matt Nagy's pretty good about keeping them focused in, making sure they focus on the task at hand, and take care of the New York Giants. Take it one game at a time. See if we can get some home field advantage. So, bottom line, Bears win 27-20. That'll be my final prediction. 27-20 Bears. I think one thing to look out for this week will be Cody Parkey, because he's been fine since the Lions game where he hit the goalpost 4 times, but MetLife Stadium has swirling winds, and even Robbie Gould, when he was kicking up there, he didn't do so well for the New York Giants either. I mean, obviously they didn't keep him around, so if he did well, he'd still be a New York Giant probably. So that's one thing to watch, is the swirling winds in MetLife. But I think we have the players and the coaching in place to take care of business on the road. The New York Giants, who are all but eliminated, and we might even see Kyle Lauletta, who is the New York Giants backup. If we get ahead a little bit and we're getting after Eli Manning, they might see what they've got in him, because they're going to be picking so high in the draft. They're probably going to look at quarterback, so they want to see what they've got in Lauletta before they just draft a quarterback. In my opinion, I think they need to go after offensive line, because they are just horrible up front. On that note, how awesome is it as a Chicago Bears fan here almost in December? Today's November 30th. And I haven't even looked at a mock draft. This time last year, I was heavy in mock draft and checking out prospects and seeing where I wanted the Bears to go. And it's just an awesome feeling. I don't think I've done that since, I feel like I've done that every year since, like, maybe Trestman's first year. And obviously there's factors in that, because the Bears are winning. We're going to be at the bottom of the draft, and Khalil Mack is our first-round pick this year. So, which, give me Khalil Mack over any first-round pick on the draft board, to be honest. Even, if we did have a pick, we'd go pass rush, and if we were doing this well, or even close to this well, you're not going to get a Khalil Mack or anybody close to that at that level. And then, so our first-round pick this year is Khalil Mack. Our second-round pick is Anthony Miller. And I don't know if you guys watch college football, but Anthony Miller is better than any wide receiver I've seen in college football this year. So that's another plus. Give me those guys over anybody in the draft. But, yeah, let's just take care of the New York Giants, go 9-3, and keep pushing for that playoff appearance. Hopefully we'll get lucky and the Saints will drop a few. They've got some big games. The Saints play the Carolina Panthers twice, who have a decent defense, and that's a rivalry game. You know, they're a division opponent, so maybe they can sneak in a win. They also have to play the Pittsburgh Steelers, which is, I mean, they're one of the best teams in the AFC, so we got that going for us as well. But yeah, like I was saying, bottom line, Bears win, take care of business, shut down Saquon, and try to make Eli beat us. Bear down.